God knows how many times I've tried this. But I am excited for this game. I've taken a day off studying just to set my PC up so I can get the best settings on it, whilst being the most efficient. So, there's going to be a cutscene. This is the Emperor of the Empire of Mankind. Dwarfs, obviously. Orcs, vampires, and those guys. Out of all four of these factions, just say one and I'll probably play it. Hell, I might even create a straw poll for it. Probably be down below. So here's the Emperor of Mankind. Powerful melee fire, all that jazz. There, done. Woo. Then we have this guy, who's like his mage friend. You can read all this. But we are going to play as the Emperor. We ain't going to play on normal. We're going to play on legend. Well, no, actually, legendary is just too much. So, the reason why I'm picking the Empire, it's a fun faction to play. I know, my tone suddenly changed. It's because now I'm being calm and eloquent. I want to get one episode done, and then I'll take my dogs out, then we'll do it. So you guys will watch the introduction. I'll be reading over some notes here, so I don't completely miss out on my studying. Though, reading notes is not necessarily a brilliant tactic either. There, you can read it now. So yeah. Haven't done any studying today, because I've been setting this up. I didn't actually expect it to take this long, but it did. It did. So what else is there to talk about? Well, there's a lot of details about the Empire of Man. But anyway, the Empire of Man is essentially like Germans, like Holy Roman Empire Germans, and sort of like the edge of the Renaissance, with steam tanks, because of the dwarfs, and a guy who is apparently like Leonardo da Vinci. Apparently, like Leonardo da Vinci. But don't quote me on that. There is a quote. Oh, I was reading that. Oh well. So anyway, they have a lot of good basic troops that'll fill up their front ranks, but they do have specialities within their army. You'll see this on the battlefield better than I could ever explain it. So, just gonna stop my commentary now.
The drums of war never cease. For the old world lies in great peril. A strong leader is needed to unite the Empire, the greatest of mankind's nations. As gods battle for the world's fate, I make my own humble contribution. In the employ of the newly anointed Emperor. even now, we make haste to the Emperor's ancestral capital. For the demented Rachnic Spiderclaw leads an attack on Altdorf's walls. My charge is Karl Franz, the true wielder of Gal Maraz. But as he fights to secure his status as Emperor, will his reign strengthen the nation? Or lead it to ruin?
Men of Reichland, greenskins assault our capital. Theirs is a vile race Sigmar swore to expel from our lands, yet they dare return. Join me, men, for I will not rest until every accursed goblin lies burning on a pyre.
So as you can probably tell, we're gonna have to fight a bit.
The goblin army lies ahead, Emperor.
Yep. Well, goblins are a loose term for greenskins in general. I haven't really played any battles, proper ones yet, but by the looks of things it seems alright. Bit miffed at siege battles. So it appears we have a large host of goblins here. We got some orcs amongst them. These are the big ones. We got small ones. Then we have the goblins themselves.
Engaging the enemy from all sides, sire.
Here's Karl Franz. He stands quite a bit taller than his men. I guess that's to make him more noticeable. And look at him, you can't even see his feet. Oh wait, we can't see his feet. Well, let's begin by slowly advancing up. There's no need for us to rush. Like, rushing is not necessarily going to save these men. And if we lose this battle, the Imperial capital will be wide open. Beautiful looking city though. Though I don't believe the battle should be decided here. Like, when you look at the size of it, you could have a lot of battles. Like, you could garrison units up here to defend it from these bridges like Rome 2, and fight all your way up to that observatory up there. Or maybe that castle would be more realistic. I don't know what the programmers were thinking of, but maybe if the maps for sieges, like the big capital sieges, were bigger, I would be fine. But I just... Look at this! Once you lose the walls, that's you, KIA, done. Anyway, enough complaining. Let's get into the battle. So, we're just gonna head for a usual tactic. The AI will take the brunt. We're gonna slow down. We're gonna just admire the clash of arms. One side we have the disciplined Imperial state troops. These men, and sometimes women, and dependent, will fight to the bitter end. They are trained and they are professional, up against the brutish orcs and goblins who live in tribal societies. As you can probably tell, it's going to be a battle and a half. The collision mechanics do work fine. The orcs are outflanking the humans here, but the humans have pressed in more than the orcs. We do have the occasional goblin scurrying about. So yeah, that's fine. Handgunners will be shooting into the back, probably preventing these outflankings. But Karl Franz is seeing this, like, oh no, my men are getting outflanked. You see, the thing is, in these types of battle, you want your men to be in as tight formation as possible against the orcs, because then they can pick the orcs down. It's only the big orcs, like black orcs and big orc boys, such orc trolls, that you'll really struggle. Oh yeah! He's pretty good in close combat. Like, look at him. He just got stabbed, and he's like, no! Wow, that orc survived. Okay, so here's the orcs are losing. Our swordsmen are better than them, somehow. The Emperor's leading the advance here. We will use his foe seeker to increase his damage, but here comes our disciplined halberd line. They're gonna come in and just really force the greenskins back. Like, halberds are no pushovers. They will fight. Like, if we compare here, here's the greenskins. They got 3 kills. They have less armor. Actually, very comparable armor, but their morale is far worse. Like, goblins is even worse. Yeah, they won't hold as long. But the orcs do make up for it in sheer weapon strength. So we're more the defensive when compared to the orcs. But that plays to our advantage. Here's the Emperor himself leading the advance against these 4 orc boys who decided to fight against the Empire. On other parts of the battlefield, it appears we do have some units sallying forth. Appears to be outriders. These fine gentlemen are like engineers in training, something like that. So they'll be engaging the rear. We have some trolls in that as well. Our side of the battlefield will be going well. Imperial reinforcements are literally streaming out as we speak. I want the Emperor to flank round. We do need to kill them. But the Emperor is an effective enough fighter. Just effectively walk in and let's use this AoE. As you can tell, he's just so well armed that those orcs can't even lay a finger on him. It's gonna be hard to do. There's a lot of goblins. So he's not a slouch. Backed up with our halberdiers and the leadership bonus he gives. We ain't leaving anytime soon. And this battle of attrition is favoring us. Normally they would be fleeing by now. Uh-oh. Appears the enemy is sending over some reinforcements. They have a second line set up. Those goblin archers will be a pain and a half, especially with no reinforcements whatsoever. So the halberdiers are going to have to engage those goblins. A risky move, because they do have trolls and orcs are about to intercept. But we have to do this. Our halberdiers will not take hits. They're not shielded, so they don't do as well. These are just normal infantrymen. Very well trained, mind you. Ah, good. So, we've already seen a few rally outside. So, we're going to have to help out. We can entrust our allies with that position. Right now, we need to help our halberdiers out with those trolls. Like, these trolls are dangerous. Our halberdiers are good at dealing with them. Very good. But these things are tough as nails. And if they get backed up by infantry anytime soon, we ain't going to live much longer. So I'm going to use Foe Seeker and I'm going to use Hold the Line, encourage morale.
Be sure to take charge of the forces you control, sire.
So finally we got word of reinforcements from the AI. That's good for us. I want the swords to come over here. Spears, well, the more healthier unit at least, come over there and engage. Let's concentrate on the archers. Try and avoid that hellfire if you can, if possible, at least. We do have reinforcements coming in. We do need to concentrate on those trolls a bit more. When our formations are scattered like that, that's when the trolls hold the advantage. We do have our... Why is this unit a star? Anyway, back to the main event. As you can see, we are slowly beating them back, and with the arrival of our spearmen, it should help. Like, both of these units are anti-large, so these monsters really don't want to fight in a prolonged engagement. Like, yeah, they can kill, vomit, as much as they like, but at the end of the day, we are poking Albert down. We're going to have to send aid over there, though. As you can probably tell, they're sending more trolls out. And that's problematic. If the orcs realize that we're outflanking them, that would be a problem. I want you guys to cut across the field, help them out with a rear attack. Halberdier, our spearmen here have engaged again. Probably want our halberdiers to launch a flank attack. Like the Emperor, the General here, being exceptionally brave. Ooh, you can assign units to guard the chamber.
Your presence could sway the battles.
Yep, so we can use our abilities. That is Interesting. So if I hover over Karl, no, but I can guard my allied general. No, hold on. Yeah, we can guard it. Oh, there's units that not doing anything. We'll send these guys to help out there. Our gunmen are going to concentrate on those last trolls there for the Noose Titans. Give them a nice volley. Yes! Might have hit it most friendlies, but yeah. I forgot about that. Well, the enemy is going to mount an attack on our rear. I want a line established up here in preparation for it. Hurry up. Come on. Swords, you won't be needed. This is a cav fight. Handgunners, hold ranks here. Anything that moves, shoot it. We might receive some AI reinforcements, but here they come. Give them a volley. God damn it, guys. Do you really need to turn fire before they get in? Oh. That wasn't enough, but thankfully we are receiving reinforcements in the form of swordsmen. The handgunners, it will be sad to see them die, but yeah. Karl Franz will be leading our line against the trolls. I want our swordsmen. What are the swordsmen good for? They're just shielded. Oh, that is a tray and a half. So it appears we have beaten back the enemy for now. If you can reform, that would be wonderful.
Yes, sir.
But try and avoid fire.
The goblin scum flee, my emperor. Altdorf is secure.
Yes, General. Take position, sir. No lingering for the Empire.
Oh, thank God. Whew. So now I'll start that timer. It's just to keep me in mind of how long I've spent doing this, so I can then study a bit more. Because I have not done any studying today. Well, I've done a little bit, but it ain't enough to please me. So, yeah. I'll try and get 3 episodes of the Empire out, and then you guys can post down below on this video saying, hey, what campaign? You should do this campaign. You should do this campaign. You should do this campaign. You know? Like, I'll only be doing 2. And these, well, they will be taking over my channel for the first few weeks. But as I become more and more free after my exams, I will start doing other YouTube videos again. Or once more. You know? Just gonna check my Instagram. You subscribers gotta live for this. I don't. Wish I kind of had a social life now. Okay, let's see here.
The greenskins run for their burrows, Emperor. Their dead and dying litter the field. Altdorf is safe for now.
Thank God. So I'm never going to put on the tutorial ever again.
The capital
because I have done it 5 times.
Yet many enemies still surround you. Survey the map. The lands to the north of the Reich are controlled from Middenheim, my Emperor. Elector Count Boris Todbringer, Graf of Middenheim, was a rival claimant to the throne, and bitter that you have taken the mantle. The wealthy city-state of Marienburg lies to the west. It seceded over 70 years ago in a corrupt deal that brought shame on the Empire. This city would surely make a glittering prize for your burgeoning reign. Secessionists hostile to your election as Emperor are trying to form a breakaway province to the south. They will mobilize against you and march against Altdorf when their strength is sufficient. The secessionists
Tutorials.
cannot be allowed to defy your rule and field their own armies. The time to move against them is now, Your Eminence.
On march!
Good. Such decisive action will leave the enemy in no doubt. More men stand ready to...
He basically
The
just wants
nation
us to
calls.
recruit. We'll be recruiting a
Yes,
variety, we'll
to
be
unite the
recruiting 2
Excellent
spears.
choices all. Improvements may be made to your capital now that the threat to its security has receded. Altdorf must prosper if the Empire is to flourish, my Emperor. Your
Just-
Eminence, I suggest you upgrade the training facilities. Excellent. The Emperor, by Sigmar's will, there is nothing more.
So, a bit of history about the Empire, because now he's finally shut up. There are 12 elector counts. I believe that's how many there are. Oh, great.
The secessionists sent...
Yes, I know they're on my borders. Done this like 5 times.
Missions may be issued from...
This action does not have my consent.
So you can rename regiments. You can upgrade them. Oh no, you can merge them. So we're gonna call this one the Amiibo. So post down below what regiment name you would want, and if Amiibo Wars. I think that's how you spell it. There, you got advertisement in one of my videos. Now nobody can complain. Right. So now we're gonna do battle with Helma.
Battle is upon us. Study your...
Really, it's... So can I finally control this battle by myself? So really, we're probably going to try and take a diplomatic approach. There's a very good reason behind my reasoning. One, I like the lore of the Empire. It's like not one massive unified kingdom under the Emperor himself. No, no, no. There's like 12 elector counts who have a vote on who's going to be the Emperor. So say, well, Karl Franz here was elected Emperor because he was a promising son of the last Emperor, which I believe was Magnus the Pious, who basically saved the Empire 70 years ago. So basically, he's a very able-bodied statesman. He was taught by the best of the best.
Your soldiers are ready.
Yes,
to
I
block-
know, my men are goddamn ready.
Do not let them succeed.
So here we have the Amiibo Warriors. Can't really do much more customization other than this. I wouldn't mind a more customizable feature for my man. Like, there's a lot of details they cut out, but hopefully they get added in. So our plan will be pretty straightforward and simple. The successionists down there, yes, them. They're led by a lord, a general, likely men who could be put to better use under our service. But these fools think themselves righteous, so I will happily teach them.
The command is mine. The army is yours, General.
Please. So I'm gonna place all my units on.
Yes, General.
So we'll head for the double axum approach. We'll keep Karl Franz. Keep Karl. Thank you for pronouncing your name. We'll keep him in the middle, near the front lines, and we'll keep the Reichsguard. Hidden here. So this formation, it's very Roman-like.
To arms, men!
So we're basically going to try and fight them head-on.
The winds of magic blow strongly in this place, Commander.
I
Harness
didn't
its
choose
power
Balthazar
and channel it
Gout.
against your enemy.
I did not choose Balthazar Gout. I wanted Karl Franz. Probably a bad choice on my end because because Empire units already do have a pretty high morale. But this just makes them even more hilarious. So our enemies are over there. We'll engage in a skirmish with them. As you can probably tell, we do have the range advantage. We'll use our crossbows. Can't really tell them to spread out. We probably want to concentrate our handgunners on their most dangerous fire. Helmut here. He seems like a generic lord, but he's very dangerous. Like, he's not necessarily brilliantly tough like our lord.
Is yours, Commander. Be sure to use it.
I know. So here we have the initiation of the battle. We have a skirmish off. Our guys are going to be firing into them. We're going to form up a very thin gun line upon that ridge up there. The crossbows are really just here to counter battery. Provoke the enemy into action. Very clever maneuvering on my part. We'll be taking them out. So we'll order the we'll order the knights to this position. We'll order the crossbowmen back up to there. Handgunners are nearly in position. Hold. 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 God damn it. Fire that first regiment there. Try not to hit your own guys. Well done. So, yep. That's about all we can give them.
A united empire! Moving all that matters!
Move in column formation because you will move faster. Move, 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 move! You guys are spearmen. Okay, swords, move around the flank.
Commander, drive them off.
What the hell's going on here? Oh, he's aiming. So Karl Franz has engaged the enemy lord head on. Right? We have heavy knights, thankfully. I don't know what to name these guys. If you suggest a name, please do. The amoeba warriors have engaged, I think. Well, they've taken a flanking position. Spearmen will be losing, of course, against swordsmen. They're pretty dangerous. The crossbows should be able to engage. We probably want the handgunners moving somewhere else, I would imagine. Swordsmen, close that gap. Karl Franz can take care of the enemy general himself. As you can see, he lacks the will and discipline to unite the empire like we will.
The enemy commander runs from the field,
Look at
my
this.
lord.
Put this on very hard for a reason. Oh yeah, we're also attacking. Yeah, our knights won't draw their swords, they will just use lances. I don't understand why. So we have to break these swordsmen quickly, fast, you know? It's really unnecessary that we use 2 units. With his
The enemy
death,
general is slain, my lord. Cursing your name with it.
so here comes a very noble charge from our Reichsguard. Oh! Collision mechanics from Rome 2, everyone.
As long as we outnumber them!
Yeah.
To me,
I don't think outnumbering me is going to be
take it!
even possible anymore. Handgunners, avoid shooting at them on beautiful nights. So here's just coming a hammer, quite literally.
Hell that hammer!
More troops arriving. Yeah. Just outright. We're just going to begin just hunting them down, really. Traitors deserve nothing from us. They chose to fight against the Empire. They knew the price. All shall obey Karl Franz. We will reel in those counts who refuse to be our friends. I will take the diplomatic approach first. As you may know from my previous Total War series, I'm very diplomatic at times, but me, my enemy, and you shall resent. You will regret it dearly. So it appears we have some buildings that were ruined by the secessionists. Yep. Lack of dedication even in their buildings. No, we just about cleaned this up, really. We got our army actually doing alright. Range units, you do some hunting. But you see our men very happy. Our Reichs knights, these guys are essentially sons of noblemen, you know, typical knights, but they're with orders. And this one is the personal guard of the Emperor himself. So that's always good to know. They'll be hunting down these crossbowmen, trying to prevent as many successionists as we can from retreating. Target practice, really. Like appears, our men, they're happy. Karl Franz is here, just with his personal bodyguard. Well, they're on break now. Yeah. This is over. The rest of it was just a massacre. Very good loss to kill ratio. With his death, Heinrich Ludendorff and his army, which was kind of bad. Well, actually very similar to our own. Because, you know.
Victory is yours, my lord. But what about the fate of those captured in battle?
Well,
It can be beneficial to hold them, but sometimes leniency...
there's no need for brutality with our own people. The
Those
Emperor
that
doesn't...
serve your cause gain experience over time, my lord.
There's no need
It
to
is
be...
important
Oh,
to
for
act
feck's
quickly
sake.
if you have any intention of securing lasting authority over the Emperor.
Yes, I know. Shouldn't be that hard. Cool. So wherever he goes, we get a bonus to public order. I think I'm gonna go for that route marcher. Look at this! Right, so we have objectives, we have technology, can we do anything? No, we cannot. We got treasury, that tells us our income expenditures and whatnot. Faction summary, we are doing pretty well. We can have one of every hero, who are hilarious, and I will explain them. They might be named
Relations
after
with
notable
foreign
people,
powers.
friends of mine and that. Our current situation, we have very good relations with Sterling and Talaba. So that would be always good. Bretonia... We do have treaties with them. It's a non-aggression pact. That would be handy to know. The dwarfs, I'm very keen on gaining as allies, because due to the regional occupation, you can't go up into the mountains and take them. So, yeah.
I am Prince and Emperor. Raise
Aye,
your
aye.
weapons.
There's
City
really
has
no
been
need.
reached, and your warriors are prepared for battle, mighty lord. Study.
There's really no need for us to fight.
At last, the defenses have fallen, my lord. The fate of those that remain, your
The Emperor shouldn't rule.
sources
here.
report that Middenheim is sending help to the secessionists in an effort to destabilize them.
I see. The enemy forces will include an Empire general, some spears, Hellstorm rocket batteries, and mortars.
Your army
So,
has marched all it can.
definitely not the wisest decision to launch an all-out attack. What we probably want to do is eliminate the last bases of the secessionists along here. Because then, he'll be the only one left. Oh, you gained something else. Let's improve your combat ability as well. Because you already gives quite the good morale buff to our men. And our men really don't need morale. What they need is a hard-hitting lord who can sort of clear flanks. I don't like putting my lords in the center, but
You now have the facilities to begin technological research, sire. You know,
I see. So the Empire,
your
we have to
empire
unlock buildings.
is a beacon of civility in a savage world, sire. It is your task, nay, your...
You can read that. Well, I like my units staying in the fight. Interesting. That's handy to
Assistance is
know.
available should you need it, my lord. You may rely.
Okay, thank you. So our first objective will be we can recruit locally or we can recruit globally. As you can see, the further away we are from the place, like the province, it will take 2 turns. We go into the next, it will take 3, I think. I think that's how it works. So we will recruit this. We need more range and we need better spears. Of course, this won't.
Despite your recent victories, there are rabble-rousers within Ordre.
Yes, I know there are feckin' rabble-rousers in Aldorf. So, most likely due to the fact that we just took a settlement. Aye. So,
The nation calls.
can we advance this turn? Yes, we can. We'll immediately
I will
move up
fight with you.
there. We'll get another settlement. We will prevent that army from re-rallying. Cut their income and all.
Of course.
So, give me more men, give me this, give me that. And let's check diplomatic relations again. Ah, Sterling.
I will listen, but my time is short.
What about a trade agreement? Seems profitable. Everland. It would be... They're definitely much more warier with us. No doubt Everland doesn't like us because Sterling. No. They do like us because of our war with the Skull Takers. whoever they
Greetings
are.
on behalf of the Empire. Now what brings you here with a sheathed blade?
Okay. Fine then. So we'll rally up men, then we'll take Helmgart. And that should open up relations with the dwarfs in the mountains. And they're always good trading partners. Also make good allies in case Bretonia somehow gets messed up with vampires and whatnot. And the Imperial Successionists are no doubt reinforcing their defenses.
Greenskins. A barbarous race of savage killers. They think of nothing except violence. Keep your weapons close at hand.
Indeed. So, appears the enemy has sent reinforcements as expected into this town of Himgrat. What are we exactly
The
looking
Empire.
at in terms
Attack!
of fighting them?
Ulrich's will.
I see. So it will be a big battle. Well, I guess we'll do this battle next time. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I'll see you then.